Come on, Connor, come on. First down, first down.
Elon Football's Connor Christensen got a new addition to his family in Indiana, Wafa Nazaire. The exchange student from Saudi Arabia came to America to work hard towards achieving a master's degree in public health. But Connor and his family would soon realize the hardest work would be keeping Wafa in America.
I was driving home, so I had been in the car all day, and it was about a 9-hour drive from North Carolina to Indy, and I got out and she was standing there at the door with my younger sister, Michaela, and Wafa had her arm around my little sister, and Michaela was like, "Meet your new sister," and I was like, "Wow, like it's so nice to meet you," and she like gave me a hug, and she was kind of funny, like she was like kind of like throwing like jabs and kind of like making fun of me and stuff, which I was not ready for.
Wafa's energy helped the Christensen family overcome tragedy and has been a positive force in their lives.
It's really been incredible. It's kind of been like a long story of, I went through kind of a tragic situation with losing my cousin in the summer after my freshman year, and when Wafa came in, it kind of obviously didn't like replace my cousin, but kind of brought like a lot of joy to our family and added a new family member and really became closer to any of us than we had ever really imagined was possible.
The new member of their house opened Connor's eyes to the discrimination Muslims can face in America, as well as the treatment of women in Saudi culture.
When I were in the school and I tried to go well green, they said to me, "You are in America, you don't need to wear scarf in America."
I was FaceTiming my sister one night, and she was like, we went out to dinner, and she was like, I had never gotten such poor service and like awful looks for like sitting there with somebody. And then once you get to know her and you find out like, she's incredible, and it's a shame that the other people that, are throwing like judgment upon her, they don't really understand, who she is.
In my country, we have a lot of rule too. For women, we cannot drive. Women here in Saudi Arabia, they are allowed to talk with any man. It's not a relative for her.
The most interesting thing I've probably learned is how women are actually treated, and it's so like demeaning towards them. She's not even allowed to like hug me. Like if she is seen like hugging me or like showing affection to like another man, she can get in a lot of trouble for that. And it's just like stuff like that is just like unheard of, and it's just doesn't really seem that fair.
As Wafa and her new family strengthened their bond, her family in Saudi Arabia had other plans for Wafa when she returned to them for Ramadan, a period of fasting in Islam.
I remember I was going into a meeting, my phone started ringing, and I answered it, and it was my mom, and she like sounded all worried, you can tell like in the tone of your mom's voice, and she was like, Wafa's not coming back, like she's like, they're taking her home, and I was like, why? Like what's going on? And like, she had meant so much to my mom and my family, and so just hearing that, she had to go home, and it just didn't seem fair, like they're taking her home to be thrown into an arranged marriage, and then realizing that I had to say goodbye. My parents kind of just gave us some time, and she just like cried like in my arms, and I had never been really grabbed like that tight.
Fortunately, Wafa was able to persuade her brothers to allow her to stay in America, but this came with some conditions.
So the kind of restrictions that her brother gave her was she could stay here, but they still weren't going to give her any money, and she could not live with our family.
When I were in America, they can't control me. They thought maybe I will be American girl then.
But she's still, going to be around, and we're going to be in her life, and she's going to be in ours, and so it'll still work out whether she's sleeping under our roof or not.
With Wafa on the sidelines cheering him on, Connor has brought a renewed outlook to his sport.
The one thing that Wafa had taught me was we're still family, like we still love each other and support you in your ups and your downs, and it's not going to change whether you're a backup or you're an All-American. It's all the same.